Be in middle school, solely I 12-13. Just move into new place. Kinda crappy duplex, infested with fleas, all vegetation dead. But mom broke a deal with the owner to get first 4 months rent-free plus half of the asked rent cost for the rest of the time if we deal with it. Cool. 19 years old uncle also moving in with us, after a shitty home life decided to live with us. Couple weeks go by, mom gets place livable and we start unpacking. Previous to this we had kept boxes of stuff we didn't immediately need in new place's garage. Uncle starts unpacking and putting stuff away. I'm a lazy shit, so I decided to wander around house checking stuff out. In garage there is a loft for storage, and a rickety wood ladder mounted on the wall to get up there. Climb up. Loft full of previous tenants' shit still? Whatever, might as well snoop. Boxes lined up against far wall, a bed frame set up but with no mattress. We found out later that the other people got kicked out for hiding a family in the loft who weren't paying rent. Some smaller boxes in the middle, open. Full of old porn mags, some photos of a family, looked 70s-ish, various other boring knickknacks. Decide to tell mom about all the shit up here, be just out of graduate school. Move across country to Oregon. Drive down Pacific Coast Highway. See a whole lot of Sasquatch shit along the road. End up talking to Roland Smith, the main Sasquatch guy. Tells me his dream is to have Sasquatch kill him. Realize he is crazy. Never get out of car again. Mom says she'll check it later. Now, for reference for the rest of this, my uncle is a hefty guy. 300-ish pounds at the time of this story. He couldn't climb up the ladder, and even if he managed to get up there the loft was too old and shitty to support him. Anyway. He's going through his stuff and a manila folder with his Idaho stuff is missing, all his important shit, birth certificate, social security card, checkbook, disability and vet benefits paperwork, and he's like, what the fuck? We searched everywhere, couldn't find it. After a couple weeks he just shells out the cash to try to replace everything. Meanwhile mom never gets around to checking out loft. Be several months later. We got too much shit, mom says to help her put some extra stuff up in loft. Fine. We go up there, mom expected less stuff to be there already, gets all pissy and makes me help her take boxes down to make room. Start moving boxes away from wall. After a bit I see a hinge. What the fuck? Move away all the boxes. There is a small door, probably 1 foot wide by 3 feet tall. Fuck that. Yell at mom to come here. Mom freaks out because what the fuck? We pry it open with a crowbar and help from her boyfriend. It's just a long crawlspace kinda thing. The walls, floor, ceiling are all covered in caulking and insulation foam stuff. Mom shines flashlight in. The inside is about 3 feet wide and 5 feet tall, and goes back about 15 feet to 30 feet. Wait. Mom says, what the fuck is that in the back? I look up. In the very back, taped to the furthest wall, is the goddamn manila envelope, with his fucking name printed on it and everything. I'm the only one who can fit in door, mom tells me to get it. Nope the fuck down from the loft. We never ended up getting it, we still live in the shitty duplex after 6 years, and I still can't look up at the loft when I'm out in the garage. Fuck that. Okay, here's my Ouija story. Be several years later. Be 15. In my shitty scene, goth wannabe phase, think Ouija boards are cool energy. Ugh. Mom get me a shitty glow in the dark board from Walmart or some shit. Uncle is into spooky stuff too, we are both stupid and decide to use it one night when my mom is out. Ask it some basic shit, is there any dead people here, spirits? Blah blah. Says there is one, ask its name. Steve T. Okay buddy. I'm starting to get just a tiny bit scared, but, think maybe uncle is fucking with me. We are up getting drinks and hear scraping sound from room the board was in. Go back, planket is moving by itself. Fuck that. Uncle tells me we have to keep using it until Spirit says goodbye or it will get angry. Goddamn it. I'm too much of a goddamn baby, too spooky for me, so I say fuck no. Uncle goes outside and throws away the board. We decide to stay up and watch movies to keep our mind off of it. This whole time Uncle never leaves my side, doesn't go to bathroom or anything, only goes out to garage to smoke. We decide to go to bed. Uncle goes into his room. Not 5 seconds later I hear him yell and he runs out of his room. I ask what's wrong and he says he doesn't want to sleep in there. We camp out in living room but I stay up all night tossing and turning. Again, Uncle never leaves my side, only went in his room for that 5-second period. Next day, Mom gets home, Uncle tells her what happened, tells her to go look in his room at windowsill. I go with her, curious. On the goddamn windowsill, in deep cut marks, is carved Steve T. Fuck that. My uncle didn't sleep in his room for weeks, and was really nervous and pale the whole time. After a couple months I was cleaning out a closet and found the goddamn board. Still in the packaging. Unopened. My last story, for me is the scariest, only because it was sleep paralysis and I was 100% sure I was going to die. Be me 5 months ago, 19. Sleeping like usual. Suddenly wake up, can't move, can only look around. Feel pure dread. I managed to turn just a tiny bit, just enough to see my partner. Completely pitch black shape, like, void of light rather than shadow. Doesn't feel right. Suddenly partner moves slowly towards me. Leans over me. I can see their face now. It's their face but I feel horrified. They put their hands around my head and suddenly I can't breathe. Feels like they are sucking the breath out of my body. Feel lungs crushing in. Start to accept death. Suddenly sit straight up in bed in a cold sweat. Partner is gone, at friend's house for the night. Fuck, nothing too spooky but I wanted to share a couple weird things that happened to me this past week. Be in California. Be driving the backroads of Sonoma County. I like that shit. Be driving up on an orb of light to side of road. With a slight arch, orb darts up to 10 feet off the ground. After a slight pause, orb darts a foot to the left sharply, then sharply towards the car and up. Past it same moment. Start to realize what happened. It wasn't a flashlight beam and there are no other cars. Girlfriend saw it too, thinks it's a fairy. She's stupid, it was clearly an alien. Interesting, that happened last night. A couple of nights ago I had a sleep paralysis dream, probably cues of you fuckers. I haven't had one in a long time until I started recently reading /x/. Anyways. Be sleeping. Familiar dreamscape seems familiar. Taking X someplace, don't remember why. Walking up some shitty back road, almost like a person's driveway. Dreamscape seems familiar but everything is super dark. Reach top of hill and about to make descent like we're supposed to. We both freeze and then fall off side of paved road. Sliding headfirst on dirt and leaves into dark forest below. Here's where it gets too spooky for me. Wake up next to current girlfriend for 2 to 3 seconds, paralyzed. Oh noes. Fall back asleep but something's wrong. Already finished sliding to bottom of hill but we're still sliding. Holy shit, we're being dragged. JPEG. Me and X laying there, being dragged on dirt and leaves through a dark forest. Getting angry out of desperation, trying to summon strength. Start ever so slightly rocking back and forth. Feels hopeless man. Start repeating release me and see what happens. Anything to get my captor to release or loosen its grip on me. Stop sliding. CX sit up, mostly silhouette, facing what was dragging us. Struggling to get up and face thing. Hear in a deep demonic voice, who dare disturbs me? Wake up. What the fuck? Who dare disturbs me? Bro, you were dragging me through a dark forest while I was trying to sleep. Really now, 2 in the morning about this time last year. Driving to Salem from Monmouth. The highway is twisty and dark, mostly farmland. Something is in the road around the next turn. Weird sloth-looking thing standing on 2 legs. Too hairy to be a coon or a possum. Slam on my brakes and swerve around it. Get out to investigate. It's gone. I also stumbled across some weird shit in the woods, abandoned 50s cars miles and miles away from passable roads and some crazy fucked up hermits and such. Had to run away from weed grow ops too, but nothing really spoopy. I seen some shit in Oregon. Live in rural area. Sleep in basement. Power is out because a drunk hick hugged a pole. Come home from an 8 a.m. class. Go to nap. Decent sleep. Wake up fully clothed on top of my sheets. Grab phone and see fresh messages. As I'm texting, I notice a man peeking over my desk. Oh God, I know this guy. It's a gray. Can't move, so I look away. He ducks down and comes back up, exposing his whole body. Coming toward me. Suddenly he's gone. I wake up in the same position with the same fresh texts. Retrieve gun. Cry.